I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Ravens and the Browns, next on Madden NFL 22.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, CD, this is a passing league. I don't think you would argue. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
The Oklahoma product, Baker Mayfield, trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. Not much there, only a yard. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. But Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance, going for it on 4th. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And finding the tight end Hooper. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 13 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, we have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Someone sharp in this game. He had a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Odafe Owe. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. They He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. 17-0 our score after 1. Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
But don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
4th down, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too...
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Touchdown, Browns! Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Browns hang on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mayfield to throw it. This is the tight end, Njoku. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he gets it down to the 32. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Mayfield. Swings this out for Hunt. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And again, it's Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. This is up and good from Pinheiro. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Here we go.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson to Boyle here over the middle. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Flush to his right. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Working with 2nd and 5 now. To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Boyle here. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 30. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Backbreaker, that'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Oliver. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And Jackson throwing once more. Flush to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. Jackson will keep it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. A 10-play drive that time, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Mayfield. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And we're back now here in Cleveland. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Well, another fine run right there from Lamar Jackson, and CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? Well, Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in a season as the top running backs in the league.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now Chubb running right. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And again, it's Chubb. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the night. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Making the catch, this is the tight end, Oliver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine, and I hate that.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Chubb. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Mayfield now. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Jackson on first down. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Throwing now, Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jordan Elliott, his 2nd sack of the night. Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to